I'd like to chat with you for a moment. What did Walter Jones tell you regarding his estate?
Walter Jones led me to believe that he wanted to make up with his grandchildren. He loved them despite all their deceptions. And he wanted the succession of the estate to pass smoothly.
I heard that there's a chapel somewhere. Do you know where it is?
I am indeed aware of the existence of this chapel, but I've never set foot in it. It was Walter Jones's little secret, which he counted on revealing for his wedding.
Noland, I know now that you were doing some smooth talking by letting me believe that you knew nothing about Walter Jones' plans for his estate. I don't like your making fun of me, Noland.
I acknowledge that I didn't tell you everything that I knew about Walter's feelings for his grandchildren, or for his plans for his estate. But you should know that I never advised Walter to go in this direction. I have a certain sense of family, Inspector. This letter dates back a while. Walter was still confiding in me at that time.
You left your fingerprints on the key that you stole from your boss. It's very serious. Come now, explain to me what purpose it served for you.
Well, there are duties that we wish we never had to fulfill, Inspector Norm. I'm sure you understand me. I was the attorney and confidant of Walter Jones. We were agreed, he and I, that I was to protect his interests if anything ever happened to him. I therefore took this key to prevent those with the wrong intentions from getting in, and thus to assure myself that his last wishes were secure in the safe. Unfortunately, the safe was empty, and I'm afraid somebody had been there before me.
You're mocking me, Noland. I believed you weren't able to approach poor Walter Jones because the waves were so high. You lied. You would have tried to save him, right?
No, you're mistaken, Inspector. I promise that Walter was no longer moving when I got near him. His head was frighteningly bloodied. He had a ghastly and corpse-like face. It was dreadful to see. Walter was a very ample man, more than 500 pounds in my view. How would I have hoisted him up? I could easily have fallen down with him. So, I did my duty by taking the key as he had asked me to in the event that something happened to him. I swear.
According to what Sonia Jones told me, she surprised you just when you were opening the safe with Walter Jones' key. The wise thing for you to do is to tell me everything right now.
Huh! Sonia Jones is an unscrupulous young woman with a lot of nerve. It's she who's the thief. It's she who took possession of the papers that I found in the safe. For I recognize that I took the documents that were in the safe, and I'm even proud of it. I thereby obeyed the orders of Walter Jones. I had to make myself familiar with his testamentary dispositions to fulfill his last wishes. And between us, Inspector, I was more than surprised that Walter Jones had finally decided to disinherit his whole family. Yes, very surprised.
Mr. Noland, I'm starting to ask myself if, in addition to robbing corpses, you're not also guilty of your boss's murder.
I am an attorney, Inspector Norm. I know the law at least as well as you do, and I know perfectly well that you cannot accuse me of murder on the basis of a simple theft. A theft as perfectly justified as there ever was. Because after the violent death of my boss, I absolutely had to put the documents from his safe in a secure place.
Sonia told me that you had advised her to put Walter Jones under psychiatric care?
I acknowledge this without shame, Inspector. I supported the steps taken by Walter's grandchildren in the interests of the entire Jones family. I didn't understand Walter's unjustified distrust of his grandchildren, and I feared that he was beginning to be scared. But I insist on the fact that I'm not the one who initiated the procedure. Martin was the first to contact me about this.
I'll take note of it.
Who stole the chain from Walter Jones's neck? Hubert de Nolan stole the key from Walter Jones's neck.
Hi, Reeves. The attorney Hubert de Nolan is really not clean. He's the one who stole the key of the safe from his boss's corpse, and he pretends the safe was empty by chance. Okay, I'll keep you posted.
Watch out for yourself, Jack. You gotta keep an eye on this guy. I believe you got your suspect. Good luck.
A billionaire with an empty safe is not very normal. What could Jones have been hiding in his safe to the point of whetting appetites to this extent? Who could have opened this safe?
Correct match.
Nolan certainly left his imprints on the safe. Sonia didn't lie on this point.
What was in Walter Jones's safe? Is Nolan responsible for the theft? Sonia, with Nolan's help, stole Walter Jones and Baina's marriage articles.
Reeves, the attorney and two heirs stole the objects in the safe. They wanted to stop the marriage ceremony between the old billionaire and the young Baina at all costs, a ceremony that could have happened post-mortem. I do think that in the eyes of some people, Baina is the enemy to be destroyed.
Yeah. Estates stir up longings and spawn the worst business, my friend. But you do your job, Jack. Interrogate all these people thoroughly. I want that murderer, Jack.
It's the time for soup. I have a real internal clock for these sort of things. A classic attempt at seduction.